Hey everybody, Mike Naso here from IPR with an update on extremely dangerous Hurricane Felix. And taking a look at the last 3 days now, this has to be, and I've been doing this for a few years through some of the worst seasons, most active ever, this has to be the first time that 3 updates in a row began with a depression on Friday afternoon's update, then a storm on Saturday afternoon, and now an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane. You can see Hurricane Felix in there, extremely dangerous. Also another feature off the Carolinas. We're not going to talk too much about that or Henriette, since Henriette's moving away and this system should move away. A few waves out in the Atlantic, we'll briefly touch on them, but mainly Hurricane Felix is the feature that we're going to talk about. As of 5 p.m., it was at 13.6 north, 72.0 west. Winds are 140 miles an hour. Now remember, yesterday afternoon at this time, it was only a tropical storm, but I noted that there was a chance it could be a major hurricane by this evening. I did not expect it to be quite this intense, 140 miles an hour. A very powerful Cat 4 is moving west-northwest now at 19, which is evident by satellite, 956 millibars, and you can see it's forecast to be near Category 5. Keep in mind, 156 plus is a Category 5, and on this map, it notes 155 miles an hour as a Cat 5, but really it's a technicality between 155 and 156. It's expected to be extremely dangerous. 956 millibars isn't that low, but as I mentioned, it's in an area of higher pressure, so that's probably equivalent to probably at least 935 to 940 if it were in an area of normal pressures. And you can see right up here towards Central America, into Belize, and then moving back out in the Gulf and starting to bend slightly to the northwest, becoming a strong hurricane again by Friday afternoon. Whether it goes further north or when it gets in the Gulf, just how much it turns, if it turns more north, say around the western edge of the ridge, if the ridge backs off enough, is still all uncertain, but we know up to here is going to be an extreme to catastrophic hurricane for the area of the Yucatan, Belize, Central America, and they do not need it. Certainly nobody needs a hurricane that strong. Here's the latest satellite, and you can see it continues to move just to the west-northwest, just about north of the latest eye path, and you can see right there already starting to look a little bit to the north of its track. So it's definitely got a west-northwest trajectory, but just look at that. Look at that hurricane. Look at that outflow. Unbelievable the way this thing has tightened up over the last several hours, and you can see beautiful fanning out, certainly a classic-looking hurricane, and it looks to get even stronger as time goes on here. Certainly not good news. You can see the upper-level environment is outstanding. You can see the anticyclone over it with the winds funneling up and around, ventilating the hurricane. This is all moving further into it. Right now it's only partially under the anticyclone, and so we could see this have a very, very dangerous, ideal environment, say by late tonight, tomorrow. So don't be surprised if we see these rapid fluctuations to where we get updates and the advisories become moot. As Recon flies out there and finds stronger and stronger winds, then one advisory may automatically be superseded by another. Here are the model track guidance, and you can see the consensus due to the extreme models, the climatology way up here, the GFDL way down here. The consensus is further south. The hurricane center going a bit further north than that, with the rest of the models, which is gradually up towards Belize, Chetumal, near where Category 5 Dean hit about 11 days ago, and then up into the western Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to be pretty nasty if it gets up in there. How much it turns, does it continue around the ridge to the west and kind of go up here north of Tampico, or does the ridge back off enough to allow the hurricane to slip more to the northwest? If it continues west quickly into land, it's probably making landfall Cat 1, Cat 2. If it stays out over water longer, it has a chance to regain some of that extreme intensity it will have when it makes landfall on the Yucatan Peninsula or in Belize. You can see Hurricane Edith back in September of '71. I actually saw a satellite imagery of this once, and it was a pretty impressive hurricane, and Felix is of course stronger and moving more northwesterly than Edith was, but it made landfall in Central America as a Cat 5, came up over the Yucatan near Belize, back out into the Gulf, stalled for a while, and then pooled into Louisiana as a Cat 2. I don't think we'll see a track quite like this, maybe something more along the lines of that, But again, it's going to be dangerous either way. You could see the last 3 days, Felix came through the windwards, became a tropical storm, and is now an extreme hurricane. Elsewhere in the Atlantic, we do have this little area disturbed weather off the Carolinas. Could do something, but it's probably going to move eastward. And again, showing some good convection up there, of course, Felix dominating. And then out in the eastern Atlantic, we have a pretty good wave that just came off, a couple of interesting features. Watch all of this, it's that time of year. Henriette, moving away from land, could still become a hurricane in the eastern Pacific, and then we have a typhoon, not strengthening, but expected to hit Japan over the next several days. That's Typhoon CPAT. Sorry, no, not CPAT. It's actually Typhoon Fetau. Sorry, I get the names confused. But that's the latest on extremely dangerous Hurricane Felix. Certainly it looks like Felix is due to become another catastrophic hurricane for Central America, the Yucatan, Belize. From there, does it impact northern Mexico, or does it take an even further north turn? Too uncertain at this time. Stay tuned to iprpodweather.com. I'll be back next time with more on Felix.